Welcome back, Pokemon Trainers. Professor Chaz here. The lab coat's on back order, and we're here with, I believe, episode number 10 of our Pokemon Legends Arceus playthrough. The new game released on Nintendo Switch right here. If you're excited for more adventures with my current squad, a little bit of a team recap, you can visually just see them right there. Hit that like button down below and show your support for the series and what is yet to come. Now, it's been a busy several days in game for me. It was an overnighter doing a bunch of more Pokedex research. Let's go ahead and take a look-see at how that Pokedex is doing. I have you see Beautifly here. This is a Cascan, of course, but Beautifly has stars around its Pokeball. If you look down below where it says research level, Cascoon says level 10 complete. Research level is perfect for Beautifly, so I have maxed out everything for Beautifly, for example, Wurmple as well. So that's going to be one of my goals overall, is to try to max out the Pokedex for every single Pokemon species that I can do. You get all the information about their height and weight. This looks too bright. Let me just try to adjust this here. It's hard to get the proper balance. I'll say that should be decent-ish, maybe. Hopefully you can read stuff on screen okay. Anyway, so we know the height, weight, the foods they prefer, items that they can carry, and you get a full description down below, which I can see on my own camera. Bidoof has an unsophisticated face and is rarely flustered by anything. You know what? You can read that. We're not going to waste too much time with that. You do get to see the male and female, though, which on Bidoof is hard to see, but if you look at the tail, a tiny little bit extra poof on the male form than the female. Another one that's hard to see is, where are you, Buizel? Where are you, Buizel? So we're going to show you male, female, male, female. You know why you don't see a difference? The difference is on their back. Male has 2 stripes, I think. The female has 1. You can't see that from this. This is an incomplete Pokedex, sir. Anyway. So, in the last episode, what all did we accomplish? I believe we were told to go deal with this Noble Kleavor, Pokemon revered by the Pearl clan here in the Hisui region. So we're going to get on to just that in a little bit. What I want to do, though, I said... So, okay, I've got Luxio on the team, I've got Staravia and Kricketune. I'm going to change my mind about how we do evolutions in this. What I want to do is... Let's go to Pokedex here. Let's take a look at Kricketot, for example. So, we still... No, this is fine. I want to get as much accomplished with each Pokemon I have in their current evolutionary state, as far as research tasks, before evolving them. Like I said, with Cyndaquil, I want to wait and, overall, here we go. Cyndaquil, I still need to do multiple strong style moves, agile style moves, and have it use Flame Wheel before we've accomplished everything we can with Cyndaquil. At that point, I will let it evolve. But with Shanks and Starly and, well, Kricketot was fine. I think I might have jumped the gun on their evolutions. But either way, overall, it's not a big deal. All this means is I'm going to make sure to accomplish all the tasks we can with Luxio and Staravia before I evolve them up. Then, once I accomplish all the tasks required that I can use, use X number of moves, agile, whatever, once I'm finished with them, they're for final evolution for the Pokedex, I'm then going to retire them from the team and bring in a new Pokemon to kind of keep things fresh and interesting. How does that grab you? Alright, speaking of grab you, we're going to start grabbing back all our Pokemon. Back to the Pokeballs, everybody. Alright, so I believe... What is our next mission to do? I don't like the way this is capturing too dark. And I don't know how to adjust that. So the top of the screen is going to be a little bit darker, unfortunately. But hopefully it's not going to be too bad. Go to our map and open up our missions requests. So we got to go to the Grand Tree Arena and speak with Leon, get information on Kleavor. So Kleavor, the Lord of the Woods, seems to have been driven into a frenzy by a strange lightning strike, which I was experiencing a lot of in Breath of the Wild recently. Not for me, but the Lizalfos I was fighting was holding a metal bow. Done. Alright, so we got to go to the Grand Tree Arena. And that should be, if I zoom out... It shows down here, I believe. Can't really see. Also, I want to point out, too, I was talking to many of the villagers here off screen. There is something you can do that I wasn't aware of. You can choose a spot, hit A, And you can stamp things, so you can give yourself waypoints, which is good. I didn't realize that at the time. So, fortunately, that is not going to be a problem. So, actually, can I go to zoom out? Can I zoom in on here and find Grand Tree? Right down here, yeah. Hide. Oh, we can zoom in right here. Hide this out of the way, please. So, the Grand Tree Arena. I see there is a waypoint here. I'm still going to put a stamp here. A pin. Alright, so that should help us out. Just to give you a quick rundown of our Pokemon as well. We got Buizel, Luxio, Kricketune all at level 18. Cyndaquil, Geodude, Staravia at level 19. And we'll go from there and see how far we can make it with this team. I've been doing a lot of off-screen grinding of the Pokedex, you know, using other Pokemon to do so. I've got them up to like level close to 30, but I'm not going to use them. I'm going to use the main team in the playthrough because I don't want to be over-leveled, as I've said many times. Okay, so we're going to go to the Heights Camp, because that's the closest to our current destination. I've seen a lot of sights. First of all, I have encountered an alpha Pokemon, which did do me in. When I crossed the bridge, what bridge? Let me show you here on the map. When I crossed over this bridge here onto the deer track path, and I was exploring it, just trying to find all the stuff I could, right around here on the map, I encountered a wild Buizel, which attacked me. Okay, no problem. So I was fighting it. What I didn't realize was on top of the hill next to me, the Floatzel had also spotted me. From out of nowhere, a huge Hyper Beam came down and slammed me to the ground. I had maximum damage before blacking out. I sent out a Pokemon to try to keep it busy while I got somewhat to safety. Pokemon got knocked out, and before I could escape its sight, it Hyper Beamed me again. I did have my first blackout of the game. The only thing that happens is you lose a certain number of items that are currently in your satchel, but you get rescued and brought back to the nearest camp, or I think the camp that you set out to go to. So that's not the worst thing. But yes, I've seen that. I've seen an alpha... I think I mentioned an alpha Snorlax. We saw alpha Luxio recently. Alpha Staravia was across the river as well. So they are all level 40 from what I've seen. I actually snuck up on the wild alpha Rapidash, and it was quite powerful. Level 40 as well. So, okay, my pin is on the map. Now, if I remember correctly, the path to get down is right behind here. Nature's Pantry as well. That's an interesting spot. I did find a wild, not a wild, I should say, well, wild Paras, but an alpha Parasect, and I believe it was only level 30 something, and being double weak to flying, we might stand a chance of taking that out, but I'm not going to aim for that today. We're going to go and continue on with the story, and I can do that stuff behind the scenes. I like how I can just do this too. Throw a Pokemon, do your stuff, I keep on my way. You don't get slowed down, you pick up your items. It's really, really awesome. I'm not going to do too much battling. Of course, Kricketot is likely to run away from us. And how do we get down from here? What's the safest route? I could just slide down. There's another path over there, though. I always want to try to make sure I'm following the proper pathways, just to make it more realistic. Like, in real life, I wouldn't just go jumping off cliffs. I don't think, anyway. Okay, we got another ore deposit. Oh, there's the Alpha Staravia I was talking about. Don't want to get too close to that guy. I don't remember you being here. Maybe I do. Can you get that? Nope, too far away. Okay, and we need to get across. How do we get across? There is the Tidewater Dam. So if I can get down to the shoreline or just follow that, that's our safest way of avoiding this. That is thinking. Might have saw me. Fortunately, I don't think it did. Keep grabbing our stuff along the way. There are Abra down here as well, which I believe follow the same pattern of if you can't catch it in the first ball, then it runs away from you. Now this is interesting too. These here bugworts, I've been picking them up like, you know, regularly. I don't really know why you need it, because for one of your crafting recipes, you can use, I think you can just go Thundershock. You can use 2 bugworts to make a remedy, which is like a potion, but it's one of the bitter items where your Pokemon won't be as friendly towards you. So I'm trying to think economically, what is better, to convert those items, or say convert the ingredients into an item, or should I just sell the items as is. There's another Alpha Cricketot, which we're not going too close to. But these Bugworts, they sell for, I think, 45 each. And the remedy that you make out of them sells for, I think, maybe 60. So it's actually more worth your financial while to just sell the Bugworts. Okay, I'm going to sneak. Also, I didn't mention it, but you see I got some new fancy duds. I'm trying to dress more akin to what I personally would wear in real life. This is the closest I can get to a Charizard hat at the time. Okay, so I don't... What is your level? As long as you're hidden, you should be safe from being attacked by these alphas. I can't lock onto you from this distance. I had to throw... Actually, I'll show you what I did. Switch to my items. I'm going to throw a berry to try to get it looking away from me. That's actually going to make it look towards me. But if it stays distracted, hopefully I can get in close and scan it. It is level 30. You can see down the bottom left. And actually, that was one of my research tasks, to give it food. Okay, maybe I'll come back and do that a little bit more. But for the time being, let's get over to this Tidewater Dam. I'll show you one of my favorite things, too, is click the left stick to run, Y dodge into the grass, and hit B. It just looks so epic. It's like a dramatic dive into the what would you call it, the concealment of the bushes. What do you want, Zubat? What are you looking at? Mind your own business. Okay, so that is the dam right over there. We might get attacked by some Zubat. I can actually just outrun them too, so that's not a big problem. We'll do just that. Grab some of this along the way. All these Zubat want to fight. Now, I wonder if you can get like triple battles, because I've noticed that you can get attacked by more than one Zubat at a time. More than one various Pokemon at a time, actually. I'd kind of want to test that, if I can get back up. There we go. Can I get all three? Oh, I guess they're not that close. Can I lure one of these down here? Get down here, Zubat. Follow me. See if it charges at me. Also, I'm going to grab this leek while I'm here. Whoa, okay, that's close. Going for a... That's confusion. I'm confused. Okay, so let's get all three close together. If we can. There's only two up here right now. I mean, it might only be limited to just two anyway. But can we still lure you further down? Oh, wait, there's three. Ow! I didn't mean to walk right into that. Okay, let's do this. So let's see how many targets we have. Just the two. Okay, just a double battle. Now, I've found out, too, from what I've seen, there are no widespread attacks. Gust attack only hits one target, for example. So there is no spread damage in this that I can tell. Okay, so it's only a Zubat level 10. Is it even worth battling? Now, what's weird here, too, I'm going to switch to Agile-style Thundershock, and it changes the order of the two Zubat, but not myself. To save on PP, though, I'll just do a standard Thundershock. I've noticed that I tend to run out of PP a lot while training, and it's because I keep doing the Agile or Strong styles, which do take up double the PP as normal. So I could have done another one there, but again, save PP, there's only this one last hit to go, I'm sure. And those two Zubat are done. And my whole team gains a little experience points. We got two spoiled apricorns from them. Do you want to fight? Do you want to go, buddy? Whoa. I'll go. If you're going to cause me to do so. So you're level 15. We're going to give you a Thunder Fang. And I'm just going to check Luxio's Pokedex for a moment here and see what all there is to accomplish for him. Where are you at, Luxio? Go over to the Obsidian Field lands. I have accomplished everything I need to for Luxio. That's Beebrel. What am I looking at? Luxio. Still, I've accomplished everything I can. The only new thing is to catch more Luxio, defeat them, and use ground-type moves to do so. So as soon as Luxio does hit the level 4 evolution, it is going to evolve immediately. Then we'll accomplish its research tasks and move on from there. So for the time being, we still got our Luxio. Hold tight, trying to get level ups. Let me up. There we go. Sometimes the rolls can help you get up there. Alright, we got a leak here. We got a hiding Pokemon. We're not interested. We're going over to... There it is. The Tidewater Dam. Have I been over here? Let me check my map. I have not. It lights up. It's not as foggy when you've been there. I've checked out this entire little island section here. There's quite a number of interesting things here. I found a Gyarados flying near a waterfall, and it was quite a distance out. Couldn't really hit it until I got to the exact right position and the exact right angle, and I hit it with one of my spoiled apricorns. It didn't react, but I thought, hey, since I can actually hit it, let me throw a Pokeball. The Pokeball just bounced off. So I don't think I was meant to be able to encounter it at that point. Alright, we got an Alpha Bidoof here. We also got something in the ground. There we go. Let me check Bidoof's Pokedex, see what we can accomplish. Number of alpha specimens caught. I should try to catch this one if it's a proper level. And number of defeated. Straight up number caught. Okay. So, question is, what level is it going to be? See if we can sneak up and get that scan. I may need to just avoid it. Come on, buddy. What do you got? What are we looking at here? Creepy, creepy. Creep, creep, creep. I might need to throw it a berry to keep it busy. Oh, it's coming up. Okay, yeah, let's toss it a berry. Wait, we can scan it now. It's only level 16. Okay, we can handle that, I think. Because they did say fighting these is... can we get the advantage? Yes, it's caught unaware, so we have a turn to start off with. Okay, the Wild Beaver is filled with might. Remember, they said this is going to be different than standard battles. I can check its stats here. Wild Might. All the Pokemon stats are boosted. The Pokemon also takes reduced damage from status conditions. Oh, like poison and such. Okay. Poisoning and splinters? There's splinters in this. I didn't know that. Alright, so we do have a turn to start. I'd like to try to catch it. We are level 18, so I wonder if Thunderfang would be too powerful. Its stats are boosted, though. Let me just check something here. If I use Thunder... Wait. So if I use Thunder Shock, Beedrill will get to go twice. Can I do Agile-style Thunder Shock? I can, but that's not going to help us. What about Agile Bite? No. Agile Quick Attack? No. Let's just straight up go for Thunderfang. Its first turn is going to be spent being, like, dizzy, caught unaware. Okay, that's not bad. 2 stun to move. It's going to get 2 turns coming up shortly. What if I just go for a... What about an Agile Quick Attack? How about Agile Bite? No, we're still going to get to go. I want to weaken it a little bit more. I think I'll go Standard Quick Attack. Not bad, not bad. It's going to go Water Pulse. Okay, can we get this catch? I don't know how heavy it is, but I'll just go for a Standard Pokeball. Come on, can we catch our first Alpha species? Not with that one, we can't. And another Water Pulse. Ah, Luxio goes down. We got revives, though, and we have the recipe to make more, so we should be okay. Do we have a resistance to water? No, we don't. I could use a grass type. So, in that case, we can't really see their... I can check the summary if I really want to check their special defense, but with the boosted stats, it's not going to matter that much. I guess we do have Buizel to resist, though. Let's send in Buizel. And now, is there anything you can do, a light tap, to slightly weaken this a little bit more? I'd like to get 2 turns in a row if I could. And it does not look like we'll be able to. I'm assuming Aqua Jet won't knock it out. I could even go Agile Cell to make sure of that. Let's do that. Agile Aqua Jet using 2 PP, but lowering the damage output. Not bad. I think a regular would have been fine, too. And it went for... I couldn't see. My camera's in the way right now. But again, Pokeball. Let's go. See if we can snag this. Come on now. Ugh, it's putting up a decent fight. And it got enraged. So the stats increase. Offense and defense. Straight up tackle. Down goes our second Pokemon. Alright, now what? Cricketune, you might need to go in there, buddy. You are, well, Staravia's level 19. I'm going to send Staravia. Could we lightly tap this again? Our lowest power move is Gust. Well, Quick Attack, but they're both same type attack bonus, so. But, oh, we will get to go twice, though. So I'm going to Agile style the Quick Attack. If we knock it out, so be it. Its stats are raised right now, though. I think that's as low as we're going to get it. Throw that Pokeball. Again, I love the strategy that goes behind when to choose Agile or Strong. Alpha Pokemon has been caught. I'm going to wipe my brow because that was quite the experience. Number of Alpha specimens caught, and I think that is basically... No, we still need to catch more Alpha specimens. Okay, but still, that's one in our pocket, basically. Alright, let's spend some time healing up the team. Let's get our revives. We only lost 2 during that fight, too. Good thing this isn't a Nuzlocke. Can you imagine Nuzlocking this right away? I think we're at the point you guys can use potions. We're going to lose out on some restoration. I like to try to get full use of the potion. We just lost out on 12 points there, you know, but whatevers. Alright, so we have our pin over there. And I saw these. What are these? Norm's Lost Satchel. I think there was one up here, too. Yeah. What are these? I never really went and checked them out. How's we going to get up here? It looks like it's reaching up into the mountains. I'm looking at the elevation. So, I guess let's just follow the pin. Can I get across the water? Yes, I can. So, the pin is there, and our waypoint for where to go next is actually a little bit more to the, I don't know if it's north or whatever, but we'll say left. I can't jump that log. What the? Okay, so there's going to be new species to see, because I have not been here yet. Let's go ahead and jump this river as well. Yeah. Nice. Oh, I hear Willow wants in now. Awesome. Well, we're almost done this episode. I'll let her in after that. This is quite a winding trail of water. Hey, we see Baneri over here. Are you guys inclined to fight? Or are you inclined to run away? Inclined to run away. Okay, we're going to grab these items, though. We'll leave them be for now. With the end of the episode looming ever so closely, I want to get to our waypoint. It's only 91 meters away. Can I get up? How can I get... There we go. It's too bad they don't have the climbing mechanic as in Breath of the Wild. How do I get across this, though? Let's see... This doesn't even show a river on here. I think they want us to go to the left from where I'm at, maybe? Looks like it might kind of connect better over here. Let's see, Wormpuller are still around here as well. Oh, right here looks like a little base. Oh, we got a Psyduck! We got multiple Psyduck. We also got more Oran berries, I believe. Alright, dash across. So what do we got here? This is leading us right into the, is this the Pearl camp, or would it be Diamond? I think Pearl, because Diamond was all dressed in blue. The Pearl clan girl, she had, red and pinkish, I believe. And I think that might be her? No, that's not her. But I am here now. What do you say? I'm Lion, or Leon, of the Pearl Clan, the Warden to Cleavor, Lord of the Woods. Nice to meet ya. And you, I've already deduced that you're here to come meet Cleavor. I'm right, aren't I? Of course I am. I can see it so clearly. After all, the powerfully awesome Cleavor has become even more awesomely powerful. Perhaps that strange lightning the other day was Almighty Sinnoh's divine power. But whatever it was, it struck my lord and left him imbued with some awesome might. So I must turn you away, even if it pains me. It's too dangerous for you to meet Cleavor right now. That's that, then. No, it's like, I'll do anything. I want to try to be a good guy. I'm wearing bugs on my shirt. Cleavor's going to love me. I got a hair on my hat, too. Oh, such earnest desire to meet mighty Cleavor. I have to admit, I'm struck by your passion. But, well, I'm afraid your passion is not the real issue here. I've been told in no uncertain terms by Irida, I think she's the leader, that I am to let no one near Cleavor. I will fight you off myself if you insist. If you wish to avoid battle, withdraw now while you still can, or face the wrath of my... I'll take you on. You don't even realize I'm turning you away for your own safety. How sad you are. Go Goomy and see if you can ooze some good sense over this foolish troublemaker. Well, we got us a battle. Little Goomy. We'll be able to see where they can be found here, too, once we have it just seen in our Pokedex. Alright. What do you got, Gooms? We're going to go with... Agile Quick Attack won't help us at all. Let's just go with a Bite. I don't know if Bite does any flinching in this. It doesn't say it in the description there, and I've never seen a flinch yet. Acid Spray? That's what you got? It didn't lower my stats. Interesting. So in case this doesn't knock it out, we're going to get a second turn. Thanks to our Agile Quick Attack. But it does get the knockout. So we are still above the levels right now, but I think coming up to a divine-powered beast thing, I'm going to probably want to have extra levels, you know? I appreciate your effort, but I can handle this. How can this be? I may have been defeated, but my point still stands. It's too dangerous to meet Cleavor now. The only welcome you'll get if you approach him is a flurry of devastating blows. Normally, I'd simply try making him an offering. A nice heaped helping of his two favorite foods, served up with respect by his loyal warden. That's me, of course. Is usually enough to please him and soothe the prickliest of moods. But even I, Cleavor's loyal warden, can't get close enough to give any offerings now. Not with the way Cleavor is rampaging and running amok. There's nothing that an outsider like you can do. What if I get the ingredients or whatever? The ancestors of Cleavor, Weirdeer, and their cohort drew on Almighty Sinnoh's own power to protect Pokemon and people alike. So it's said. It's by their grace that our clan, that any of us, still lives in vast Hisui today. Rita, what are you doing here? Hope I'm giving these people distinct enough voices. As you say, Cleavor has grown even stronger, but I'm afraid that strength poses a problem for us. If he was indeed struck by that lightning, could the bolts have been sent by the false Sinnoh that the Diamond Clan bows to? Cleavor means so much to our clan. I'd hoped we could bring the situation under control ourselves, not throw our hands up and ask some outsider for help. But we must save Cleavor from this frenzy. Every moment it continues, the danger grows. If more people and Pokemon are attacked, it will lead to conflict with both the Diamond Clan and the Galaxy team. She's got a point, I think. You, stranger from beyond the sky, tell me, could you Galaxy people actually fix all this? Could an outsider actually find a way to quell our Lord's frenzy? I'll figure something out. I'll knock it out if I have to. Very well. Leon and I will gather foods that please Cleavor in hopes that we might be able to get close enough to make him a proper offering. As for you, find a way to quell his frenzy, even if you must search every corner of vast Hisui. Can I just check the local area? That would be nice. Oh, getting a phone call. The ARC phone is beeping. A mysterious power now enables you to return to base camps in an instant. Ooh, instant transmission. Press the X button while consulting the map on the phone to go to other base camps and locations. This feature might not be usable in some situations. Actually, my nephew and I were talking about in Breath of the Wild how if you get like cornered by a Lionel, one of the fiercest creatures in the game, you have the option of opening your map and just teleporting away. But this is saying you're not going to be able to do that in some situations, probably such as that. Interesting to note. But still, instant transmission is nice to have. Head to a base camp and report what you've learned to Professor Laventon. Well, that's going to have to wait until the next episode, because we are all done for this one. Thank you, folks, for watching episode, I believe this was 10, of our Pokemon Legends Arceus playthrough on the channel. If you enjoyed it, let me know by clicking that like button down below. If you want to see more episodes, feel free to subscribe and hit the bell button for notifications when new videos are coming up. And if you missed any along the way, head to the description down below and click the link to the full playlist to see all the episodes thus far. And for a little extra perk to myself and yourself, if you want to join as a channel member, click the join button and see what perks you can start collecting today for your sponsorship and support on the channel. With that, it's time for me to head on back to Professor Laventon and get to the bottom of this mystery. Again, folks, thank you for watching. Professor Chaz is signing off, and I will catch you next time.